Well, it's a cold night in Seattle, but at the very least, the roof will be shut to shield us from some of that. Tonight, the second of 3 to start the week between the New York Yankees and the Seattle Mariners. Going to be an interesting contrast in styles in this one as one of baseball's hardest throwers goes head-to-head with a top finesse arm. Next. Stepping up to the plate, A.J. Pollock, and he really thrives in the batter's box here at home. Something to keep an eye on in this one. First pitch coming, here it is. There's a fastball that just misses, ball 1. And as the Yankees get started here tonight, guys, they come in not exactly setting the world on fire as they've dropped 5 of their last 8 ball games.
Yeah, guys, yesterday's loss was a tough one. A 1-run loss. Hopefully they were able to just acclimate themselves to the city, get a chance to hit the streets, maybe regroup a little bit, and show up today ready to go.
The 1-2. Good swing on a tough pitch, and he'll stick around to see another one. Here's another 1-2. And a changeup swung on and missed for the first out. With a moment here in Seattle, a look at the Mariners starting lineup. Thoughts, Dan? Who stands out?
Oh, man, I love what A.J. Pollock does for this offense. He's got a 5-game hitting streak going. If you've got to start those big streaks somewhere, I like the way he's swinging the bat right now. Great approach, very comfortable. Let's see if that streak continues today.
And that'll bring up Ben Gamble. And as you can see, he's had some troubles here in his own ballpark. That's something he'll look to improve upon in this one. He's ready. Here's the first offering. A swing and a miss just out in front of that fastball. And there are the umpires working this one. Calling balls and strikes is Mr. Patrick Johnson.
You know, D-Roll, Patty Johnson, decent strike zone, but isn't always super consistent. I think that's one of the things that irritates players and pitchers.
Yeah, you're going to see a few glares, not only from the offensive guys, but maybe the guy on the mound as well. He needs to be a little bit more consistent.
1 out, nobody on. Swing and a miss on the fastball that time. Out number 2.
The main job of the number 1 and 2 hitters is to set the middle of the order up with an opportunity to do some damage. So when you strike both of them out, you're putting yourself in a pretty good position to make it through the teeth of the lineup without a whole lot of stress.
A fastball off the plate away. It's ball 1. And the off-speed pitch is taken here. A ball and a strike. The 1-2. And this is fouled at the plate. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And just a masterful job of pitching here as he strikes out the side in order. 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts. Not too shabby. The 3 of us return with more Wednesday Night Baseball after this. stepping in now is Mitch Haniger. A couple of hits for him in 4 trips to the plate last night. Now the pitch. Took a little off, and it's in for a called strike 1. Well, fans of the art of pitching are in for a treat. One of the game's big-time flamethrowers faces a top craftsman here today.
And you're going to see 2 different mindsets from both offenses, Dan. Facing the power guy, he's going to come at you. He's going to pitch to his strengths and not your weakness. And on the flip side, the finesse guy is going to try and keep everyone off balance. And I want to see what off-speed pitch he has working.
You know, Dero, that's one of the beautiful things about the game of baseball. Good pitchers come in all different shapes and sizes, and they come with all different type of weapons. We're going to see one flamethrower and one guy that throws below the speed limit.
The 1-2 is swung on and missed. He got him.
All right, here's how the Bronx Bombers are going to set up defensively today. And guys, the things I want you to focus on today, one of them being this manager loves to shift. He has the pitching staff to trust to be able to manipulate his defense to try and get as many outs and play the numbers as much as he can.
So striding in, Gene Segura. Here's the first pitch to him. Way in front of that fastball. Strike 2 at a pitch that catches the outside corner. That fastball was a lively one. You could hear the pop of the glove all the way up here.
Yeah, nothing better, huh, guys? I guess maybe the crack of the bat, but I'm not as partial to that as most people. He looks good and loose out there to start this one.
So he ran the fastball by him for the punch-out. Gene Segura becomes out number 2 this inning. Didn't mess around much in that at-bat, Dan.
No, that was pretty impressive, Matt. I really like a pitcher that trusts and works off his fastball. And right there, he decided he didn't need to use anything else. 3 straight heaters and go grab some bench.
Kyle Seager is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike 1. Ball 1. Bottom of the second here with no score. Struck him out, so he makes quick work of him here. 3 straight strikeouts, and the side is retired. Some of our nation's young minds and future leaders here in attendance. Yikes. In now, Jonathan Lucroy. It's been a really slow start to the season for him, as you can see by the April numbers on your screen. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. No balls and 1 strike. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. A fastball that he's way out in front of. A swing and a miss.
Yeah, Matty, not only is this guy using all 4 quadrants, he's elevating, getting their eye level up with a quality fastball.
And they just can't touch him right now as this is swung on and missed. 7 punch-outs now, and there's 1 away.
Boy, he's got great stuff today, doesn't he? That's 7 punch-outs now here in the middle innings. He's up over 1 an inning up to this point. It'll be interesting to see if this lineup can change their plan of attack and start to put the ball in play. But right now, that's just not happening.
And that misses for ball 1. Cano, as in don't you know, part of his New York nickname days. This is his 16th season at the major league level, and obviously that alone reflects the incredible career he's put together. The 1-2 pitch. And there's a pitch that just misses the inside corner. Bottom of inning number 3, 0-0 our score. Here's one that misses inside, and the counts run full now, 3-2. Jarrett Parker will be next. And he struck him out. Good pitch there as he registers his 8th punch out of the ball game.
That's back-to-back punch-outs, and he's really starting to rack them up now, guys. I've got 8 strikeouts in my scorebook for him now, so he's got good stuff.
Standing in now, Jarrett Parker.
He'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory.
2 out, nobody on. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
Hey, that was a nasty pitch right there. It's the depth of a sinker. Sometimes it's a matter of whether or not it's moving east-west, but that one right there had such good downward action. Great pitch.
And he's got himself another one as he picks up strikeout number 9 here, and the side is retired. Make it 9 straight here to start the ball game. On now to the top of inning number 4, and we are tied 0-0. Into the box now, A.J. Pollock looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
These are huge innings for a team's morale. The pitcher wants to go out and throw that shutdown inning up and get the boys back swinging the bats again with a chance to capitalize and even extend this current lead.
Well, it's still early, but it's also worth noting that he'd be in line for the win if this keeps up as we take a look at the league leaders in games won this season. And as you see, he's right up there among league leaders in that department. First pitch fastball swung on and missed 0-1.
I don't know if this is great deception by the pitcher, great arm action, or just bad offensive approach. They got to find a way to get something in the zone. Somebody's got to be willing to take a pitch, maybe move something the other way to kind of calibrate what the strike zone's going to be.
And he struck him out. The 10th victim set down on strikes thus far.
That's 10 strikeouts for him now, and I'll tell you, he could rack up quite a few more before he's done. Still a lot of game left in this one.
Here's Yonder Alonso.
First baseman, number 10.
And now a pitch on the way.
Alonso.
Comes right after him with a fastball for a strike.
I'm surprised we're seeing so many late swings on fastballs. If there's one rule of thumb in the game, get to the heater.
And he goes against the shift there as this is on the ground to the left side.
There's a lot of moving parts in some guys' swings. It usually takes them a month or so to get it ironed out.
Stepping in, Mitch Haniger. He gets a shot to hit here in the inning following the 2-out single.
Yeah, and that hit might not amount to much, but anytime you can extend an inning and give a guy with plenty of pop a chance to swing it, the outlook of an inning changes dramatically. That's what makes pitching so difficult. You get the first 2 guys out of the inning, then you give up that 2-out base hit. Now you have the middle part of the order coming up, and this is where you have to really refocus on that mound, stay out of a potential big inning.
Down low, and the plot thickens here, 3-0. Gene Segura would be next if they can keep this inning alive. And this pitch misses for ball 4. So that's going to move a runner into scoring position now with 2 away. Gene Segura standing in.
Now batting, shortstop.
Here comes the first pitch.
Segura.
Swing and a miss out in front of a changeup.
Hey, that's a great pitch right there. An 0-0 changeup to a great hitter. It opens up so many more places you can go in the strike zone.
And a neck-high fastball that time. Sinker misses that time, and it's 2-1.
Well, I know the last thing he wants to do is load the bases right here, so the pressure is on right now to get back in the strike zone.
Down the third baseline. Alonso on second. Haniger at first. 2 out in the inning. Just a bit low, ball 3.
I don't think he can afford another base runner here, so whatever pitch he feels best about, whichever one he feels most comfortable with, that's the one I expect him to turn to.
Full count still. And yet another strikeout here. His 11th of the ball game, and this one ends the inning. Mariners leave a couple. They trail in this one 3-0. Here's the third baseman now, Kyle Seager. Comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. And this one's down off the shoe tops, 1-0. Fastball got him to swing through it. It's 1-1. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. He's just rolling right now, and even dozen strikeouts for him in the ballgame. A little bit over halfway home tonight, bottom of the 5th, as we get a look at our line score to this point. And boy, just 1 hit for these guys, and they have not swung the bats well. That's putting it mildly. Here's the first pitch to him. Dribbled up the line. That's a foul ball. No runs, just 1 hit, and no errors in the game for the Mariners to this point. The 0-1 is a fastball low, and that evens the count at 1-1. Trying to send him packing for the second time. And a fastball. Tough take there, but it's even back at 2-2. Popped him up. Castro over to his right, 2 gone. So another exceptional effort for him on the mound. He's got the shutout working here, as we'll show you the league ERA leaders. And as you can see there, in still just the first month of the season, but he leads the AL in that department at this juncture. So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and set to stand in the fine second baseman Robinson Cano. Escobar fields it cleanly. Throw in time, and the side is retired. 1-2-3 go the Mariners. Still down 3-0. Digging in, Jarrett Parker will start things out in their half of the 6th as they look to shake things up here for a lineup that, quite frankly, has been non-existent to date.
No doubt about that, Matt. They've been completely overmatched to this point. 1 hit through 5 innings. I mean, what else can you say about the pitching they faced other than it's been fantastic? We'll see if that continues as we approach the later inning.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, A.J. Pollock. He started out the evening 0 for 2 so far. Way late on the fastball for strike 1. We were expecting a pitcher's duel in this one, but it's turned into a bit of a lopsided contest so far. Hernandez hasn't had his best stuff today.
Well, D-Row, this is the case of where it looks like the power pitcher's winning out this afternoon. Overpowering stuff from one side. On the other hand, a control pitcher that's having a rough go.
It goes to show you why everybody's so enamored with velocity. When you're a power guy, you can miss over the heart of the plate, and you don't get that solid contact. Finesse guy, if you're not spotting up, damage.
And he'll take it to the bag himself for the out.
Not a lot you can do with that pitch. That fastball just ate him up inside and gets the soft grounder for the out.
Stepping up now, Ben Gamel. He's hoping to avoid the hat trick. He struck out in each of his first 2 plate appearances so far. A fastball, and he swings through it to fall behind. Now here's a swing and a high pop-up, drifting into shallow right field. And Castro will make the catch, and that ends the inning. Mariners are down in order. They won't make a dent in a 6-0 deficit. Here's Yonder Alonso. He's 1 for 2 in the ballgame.
Starting to run out of time. They haven't been able to score any runs as we're moving late into this one. A perfect time for this leadoff guy to try to get on base and ignite a rally.
No balls and a strike to count. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Good changeup that time, but he wouldn't bite on it.
Great arm action on that 2-strike changeup right there, but even better job at the plate to take that one.
Got him. As he just continues to mow down these hitters. 13 strikeouts now.
He's been in total control out there tonight. Gets the leadoff guy with a strike out there, and it just seems like we've seen so many off-balance swings and weakly hit balls in this one.
And he throws the fastball by him here. 0-1.
I'll tell you, we're in the later stages of this ball game, but his fastball is still coming out of his hand with plenty on it.
Right by him here, and he's set up for another strikeout here. The count to 0-2.
He's still looking great to me out there on the mound. Punched out the first guy in the 7th, and he's jumped ahead in the count right. Looks like he could stay in this game a while longer.
Padilla will take charge himself out there, and there's 2 down. Gene Segura standing in. No hits for him to this point, not unlike many of his fellow teammates.
Gene Segura.
First offering on its way. Swing and a little blooper to center. Coming in is Hernandez, but he won't get there. It falls in. The throw into second. The tag, and they'll get him at second. And with that, the side is retired. 1-2-3 go the Mariners. They still find themselves down 6-0. Coming to the plate now, Kyle Seager. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
Up around the letters with that one for ball 2.
We've seen him go down on strikes more than once in this game, so this has been a better approach by him at this at-bat. Much more patient, and he's gotten himself into a good hitter's count.
And it's fouled away. The 2-2 is swung on and missed. He got him.
Matt, just about everything he's doing is working. All of his pitches, great command, great location, and the big key, with 2 strikes, he's attacking the zone.
In is the catcher, Jonathan Lucroy. As he'll take a look at ball 1. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. On a great pitch there, caught him reaching. It's 1-1. The 1-1 is in there for the second strike. Going for strikeout number 15. Grounded to short. Escobar ranges to his left. Throw in the dirt to first, and he can't come up with it cleanly.
Well, the first baseman tried to do his part and help his partner out, but the throw is just way too off target. He almost makes a great save, but that's going to be a throwing error all the way.
In the dirt. And it's not in time as he's in well ahead of the throw. And you can forget about the double play now as the runner moves up to second base. And he misses again to Cano. It's 2-0 now. Lucroy leads off second with 1 gone in the inning. 3-0 now.
That's where he wants that sinker to end up, but that was a nice job of laying off.
And he gets the call there. 3-1. Here's a high pop-up. Escobar has a play. 2 gone.
That's exactly what they wanted out of that pitch up in the zone. They took him up the ladder, and he couldn't get up to it. So that was an easy pop-out. Well-executed pitch there.
Into the box now, Jarrett Parker, as the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike 1. Coming up on the century mark in pitches now through the first 7 2/3.
And he's going to empty the bucket right here. He sees the finish line, Dan, and he's got a chance at this.
Boy, there's no doubt about it right now. And what makes it easier, too, from a manager's standpoint right now, you could probably just go to 1 guy in the bullpen to finish this game. A terrific job, 7 2/3 up to this point.
No runs, 2 hits, and no errors in the game for the Mariners to this point. Hit back up the middle. Escobar ranging up the middle. Throw on to first, and that error won't come back to haunt him after all as the inning is over. One left for Seattle. They're on the short end of an 8-0 score. Ready to start the ninth as we get a stunning shot there of the Seattle skyline on a great night for baseball. So the lineup flips over and digging in. A.J. Pollock starting things for his side in the ninth as they face the improbable odds of trying to come back in this one.
Yeah, not a lot of hope for them at this point. But these guys know these bats still count, at least for their own stats. You can't mill in your chances as a professional.
And that one stayed too low, apparently.
1 and 2.
Lays off 2 and 2 now.
Well, one thing about him, he's an absolute grinder at the plate. You can pretty much count on him battling at the plate every chance he gets.
Got him. And that's number 15 for the ball game.
I'll tell you, he looks really dialed in on the bump right there. He's got a shutout going, and he really seems to have this lineup off balance. Even when he challenges them up in the zone, they don't have an answer for it.
First pitch of the at-bat. Takes a fastball on the inside corner. This year against right-handed pitching, Gamble is below the Mendoza line. The batting average under 200, unfortunately.
He'd be the first to tell you he's not happy with his batting average this season, but he can beat you in a variety of different ways, and he has to because he wouldn't be here otherwise.
He struck him out the third time he's fanned in the game.
Well, it's been a rough series for him at the plate so far. That's 4 strikeouts in the first 2 games, so this pitching staff clearly has him figured out.
Ready for another chance? Yonder Alonso. He's their last shot here with 2 away in the ninth as they look to avoid the shutout.
Yeah, Matt, they just haven't had any answer for the great pitching so far in this one.
Looks at a sinker there that drops in 1-1.
Same pitch that time, the sinker, but it looked like he made a good adjustment with it.
Yeah, Matt, that's a great point. Released it from out front much better that time. I just think he wasn't real happy with the first one he threw, so he wanted to get the feel back for it.
Last chance for the Mariners. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that'll do it here as the ball game is over.
Yeah, they could only manage 2 hits against him the entire game, so they were never really in a position to even challenge him. Rock solid win and a memorable performance.
An 8-0 shutout this evening. New York took the lead in the 4th and held on until the end. Jesse Padilla earns his 6th winning decision in this one as he allows only 2 hits over 9 full innings. Felix Hernandez permitted 6 earned runs to come across in the losing effort. So that'll put a wrap on things here this evening. For my partners Dan Plesac and Mark DeRosa, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a special presentation of MLB The Show. For more, follow us on Twitter at MLB The Show.
First for the victorious Yankees.